Welcome back to News 360. It's now time for our mission segment this evening, which is brought to you by Star Ghana with support from UK Aid, Danida and the European Union. In our very first story in mission this evening, parents at Sika-Ekra, a fishing community along the Volta River in the Pandai district of the northern region, exploits their children in fishing at the expense of their education. Stanley Niblo reports that most children are introduced to fishing by the age of 4.
Sika-Ekra is some 3 hours drive from the district capital, Pandai. The fishing community is not easily accessible. Sika-Ekra is inhabited by about 300 people and is underdeveloped. Not every child here has the benefit of education. Fishing is the only source of livelihood for the indigents. In the quest to alleviate poverty in the area, children are used in the various trades by their parents. Meet these brothers. They hail from Ekumfi in the central region, but have been living in Sika-Ekra for at least the last 2 decades with their children. These brothers believe using their children in various chores and trades is the best way to provide extra income for the family. Kweku Ankuma, the Gina brother, has 3 children, a boy and 2 girls. However, none of them is currently in school. Kweku Ankuma has the intention of educating the 2 girls, but his only son, Abu, has to sacrifice for the achievement of this cause. Abu, who is 12 years old, accompanies his father during the fishing expedition. This has been a routine practice for the past 6 years.
Oh, yeah, 8 years because
I engaged my son in the fishing expedition at age 8 because there was no one to help me fish to cater for the family. I wish he goes to school, but I cannot afford the cost that comes with it.
Kweku Ankuma, who is a former slave master, narrates how he bought 2 children and used them during the fishing expeditions.
I discussed with one woman who promised to give her son to me to work with. She took 450 cedis from me and brought 2 children to serve me for a period of 1 year. She later told some people to come for the children.
The practice of buying and exploiting children at Sika-Ekra is alleged to be the common practice here. Kweku's elder brother, Kwame Ibrahim, also engages in child exploitation. He has 6 children. 2 of them are fortunate enough to be enrolled in school, but they join the others daily to fish before going to school. On vacation, the children have no rest. As feeble as they are subjected to hard labor.
Drawing the fishing net is difficult. I can't pull it without eating. I and my brother have been doing this daily to help our father. If you give birth to a child without training him the hard way, he will grow up without being brave. Fishing is a generational career, so they must be involved.
His
5th child is 4 years old, but has already been introduced to an early fishing career. Kwame says fishing has elevated his status in the family, hence the need to introduce it to his children.
I first educate my children, but if their academic performance is not satisfactory, I withdraw them from school and introduce them to fishing.
The rest of the family members contribute to draw the fishing net to the shore. Kwame's wife does the drying whenever a catch is being made. District Chief Executive for Pandai, Emmanuel Atta Tatableta, said the assembly is already aware about the exploitation of children in the fishing community.
These issues are very worrying and very disturbing. You cannot just go and it's like you are ambushing them. You need to let them know the essence of education, the importance of education. Sometimes you need to engage them, you need to convince them, you need to let them know that it is against the practice that you use a child 4-5 years that go and fish. It's against the practice, but we don't want to do it by using our muscles, our strength, that we are threatening them, but we want them to understand. If you teach somebody to understand something, the fellow practice it and do it better.
Sikakura and its adjoining communities would require conscious efforts and support in order to achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 1, which promotes alleviation of poverty, and Goal 4, which ensures access to universal basic education for all by 2030.
Rather worrying development there. But let's now turn to healthcare, as the Pandai District Assembly in the northern region has begun efforts to establish a nursing training institute in the district. The institute will ensure more personnel are groomed to assist the provision of care in unserved communities.
Most communities in the Pandai District do not have health facilities, especially those in the hinterlands. Communities which are fortunate to have CHIPS compound are understaffed and under-resourced, and this affects the delivery of care provided to inhabitants. The Nkanchina Lepers Hospital, constructed by the World Evangelical Church of Ghana, for instance, has collapsed, having served the communities for over 3 decades. It was later handed over to government after all the lepers receiving care at the facility had been treated and discharged. However, government could not manage the facility, leading to its collapse. Its infrastructure is deteriorating.
From 1947, they handed over to the government. But at the time they handed over to the government, the facility was functioning very well. It was serving the cure lepers all over West Africa. As time goes on, that we started seeing that the hospital started reducing. As of now, it has reduced to the chief compound.
Assemblyman for Nkanchina, who took the mission team round the facility, blamed stakeholders for reneging on their responsibility. This watchman has been offering voluntary service since the hospital collapsed, but the Pandai District Assembly has intervened and wants to convert the facility to a nursing training institute. Authorities have already commenced rehabilitation works on some bungalows to be occupied by the staff, but more would be required to make the place habitable. The Nursing Training Institute, when functional, would benefit the country. District Chief Executive for Pandai, Emmanuel Atta Tatableta, is confident the Assembly is making positive strides.
Everything will boil up to resources and finance to be able to package our addition very well, to be able to fix water and electricity there. When we are done, I think that we will then officially go and tell the authorities that we are finished, if they can give us the go-ahead to start the school.
He said other impediments affecting the project would be addressed. He also speaks on accreditation of the institute while promising the best future for the district.
Hopefully this year is like we have finished everything. We have moved to Accra to see the ministry and to see the appropriate people that will help us get accreditation. So far, this is where we have reached.
Efforts by the Pandai District Assembly has been lauded by many, but the projects would need adequate resources and commitment to become a reality.
That's how we wrap up our mission segment this evening. It's brought to you by Star Ghana with support from UK Aid, Danida and the European Union. You can get some more on our mission stories on our website. It's 3news.com.